everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. It's Super Simple Sunday. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. And welcome to all of my new subscribers and new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and longtime friends. Thank you guys so much for the awesome way in which you support me and you support my channel. Today is Super Simple Sunday, and I'm going to show you what I think is a fabulous way to take those scraps and turn them into giftables or sellables. And I think that you're going to fall in love with the overall way that we package these for presentation. It is going to be fabulous. And here's what I'm talking about. We're going to take our scraps and we're going to turn those scraps into ready-to-use gift packaging. So you're going to have the bag, the shred, and the embellishment for the top. And then we're going to package it in such a cute way, it's going to end up looking like a little purse. So I'll give you a closer look in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. And so here is a closer look at today's Super Simple Sunday project. We have one baggie that has rosettes. We have a baggie that has our shred in it. And then we have a baggie that holds two flat fold bags. And then we top it off with a topper and a little handle for carrying to give it that little purse look. So here's what we're going to need to make it. I have 3 plastic cellophane bags, one that measures 3 by 5, one that measures 4 by 6, and one that measures 6 by 9. And then I have my scrap pieces, and these are truly scrap. So if you're making the rosette, so you're making shred, your scraps are perfect for that. The only time that I'm using a full sheet is to make the actual bag itself. So we're going to use a piece of 12 by 11.5 inch decorative cardstock. This is a medium weight cardstock, a nice firm medium weight cardstock. And then I do have the 2 pieces of scrap. I'm not going to give measurements on the scrap because your scrap sizes might be different from mine. This will be a process tutorial on these 2 scrap pieces and a by measurement tutorial on the actual bag itself. So in the interest of saving us some time, I have already made 2 rosettes and some of my shred. Now, how you choose to make this is totally up to you. I can actually take this if I want and cut it in half to make my shredded pieces smaller. You can make them longer. You can make them thinner. It's completely up to you and completely up to the actual scrap sizes that you have to work with. And then I have my flat fold bag, which measures 4.5 by 8 by 1. And so I already have mine pre-taped so that the person who would get this would just remove the tape, fold that piece over to seal it. And then we have pinches on the side, and this flap comes over the top to give us a baggie that looks like this. Super easy. So I am going to move all of this to the side, and we're going to go ahead and make one more rosette and one more piece of the shredded paper, and then we'll make the bag. So I am going to take this wide piece, trim off a 1/2 inch strip, then I'm going to use this pencil, and I'll just start wrapping my strip around the pencil. And this is how we get that shredded paper curl. And then I can pull it off. I can take this piece and I can stretch it out if I want, but now I have another piece of shredded curled paper to go with the rest that I've done. So I'm just going to set that to the side, and we're going to make a rosette. So again, I'm not giving measurements because my scrap pieces might differ from your scrap pieces. Whatever size you have, this happens to be 7 inches long, so I am going to score this every 1/2 inch on the 7 inch side. So that's every 1/2 inch. You can score every 1/4 inch if you want. I like to score mine every 1/2 inch. Completely up to you. And then I'm going to turn it to this end, which happens to be 5, and I am going to trim this at 1 1/4. So I'm going to have 2 strips that measure 7 by 1 1/4. And then I am just going to fold these accordion style everywhere that I have a score, and then I'll squeeze. And when you look at this one, you can see that my end points are going up. And on this one, I am going to have the end points going down. And let's squeeze. And you can see what I mean. So these are going down, those are going up. I'm going to take some of my glue because I need to join these two together. And we'll put some glue on this end. Join those two together. And then I like to just take mine and make it nice and compact. Squeeze it, and then I'll go in the other direction. That just makes it easier to get that roundness that I'm going to need when I fold it in. So now I'm just going to trim some of that scrap. Get myself 2 little squares. So when I'm ready to make my rosette, I'm just going to take it, squeeze in, and press down. We'll bring that back up. So we'll take it, squeeze in on the sides, pressing down at the same time, and that will give you the rosette. I'm going to use some of my hot glue just to add some hot glue here. Makes it very quick. Put that piece down. And I'll flip it over. We'll add some hot glue to the back. And there we have another nice little rosette. I'm trimming this top square just a little bit because I want to make sure that it is not going to be sticking out over the embellishment piece that I put down. So then I have this little 3D sticker. I am going to take it and place it right there, and now I have another sweet rosette. And on the back, I'm just going to take some tape, and we're going to put that down so that whenever this is ready to be stuck, you just peel the back and place it down. So that's the rosette. We're now going to make our bag. So we have a piece that measures 11.5 by 12. On the 11.5 inch side, we're going to score at 4.5, at 5.5, at 10, and at 11. Then we're going to rotate it to the 12 inch side. We're going to score at 1 and at 9. Then we are going to fold and burnish all of our scores. And where we have the narrow 1/2 inch flap, that is the glue flap. So we're going to have some corner pieces right at the edge of the glue flap that we need to remove. So we're going to go up to the score mark and cut through the middle of the score mark to remove that piece. And then we'll do the same thing here at the top. We're going to remove this long rectangle. And then we'll have the 1 inch flaps across the bottom. We're simply going to angle everywhere that we have a score to free the tabs. So we have it like this. We're going to rotate it to this end. We're going to go all the way up to the score mark. Do it like this. And then we're going to drag straight through the middle of that score. We're going to do the same thing to this one. And we'll do the same thing on this end. So we're going to have that fold right here, and we need to go up to the score mark. Drag down. And then we're just going to reduce these in size. We can actually remove them if we want, but I'm going to keep them. So I am going to reduce this one as well. So here is the glue flap. This panel here, we're going to angle in like this. We'll take some tape and we'll just fold that in. And then on this one, again, we're going to angle in. But then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to round the top. This is just giving us a nice decorative fold over flap. And it looks like that. So then I'm going to bring in my ruler and I'm going to take the sides of the bags and I am going to score right down the middle. And I'm doing that just to make it easier for the person who gets this to pinch and fold. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to make a score and I'll stop at my end flaps. And I'll do the same thing with this one. So my score will go down the center of this. This is not something that I normally do because I'll pinch it myself, but since someone else might be getting this, this will just make it easier for them. And then I'll just go back over that score and create that little pinch. And then I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to go ahead and fold these two pieces in and out of the way. And so here's what we have so far. So then I'll take some tape. Here's my glue flap. And I am going to place that double stick tape along the bottom of that piece, and then I'll place a piece right here. So we just want to make sure that we have some tape on that bottom flap. Then I'm going to take some tape, and we're going to place tape right there on the back side of this flap, and then we'll fold this one up and we'll place tape on it as well. So we have our tape placed on the inside here. Then we can fold in these tabs and place some tape there. I'm going to add some glue to my glue flap. And then I'll take this and I'm just going to match it. So I'll just match my end. If I can lay it flat without any puckering, then I know that I have it matched exactly as I should. And I can use my big old spatula to get this nice and stuck. And so now we have our nice little baggie. We can take the bottoms and just fold them in. We're not going to stick them down because that will be for the person who purchases this to do that. So we fold in those flaps. Remove the tape, fold that flap in, remove the tape from this flap, fold it, and then you can pinch in the sides as far as you want because we've already added that score. And then we can fold over the top and add our sweet embellishment. Flat folded, I am just going to go to the bottom, fold those tabs in, fold these tabs in, fold those in, and when we're ready to put it together, we just unfold the bottom of the box and tape it. And then we can fold over this piece. And there we have our nice flat fold bag, box, whatever you want to call it, along with the shredded paper and the embellishments. Now I'm going to show you how we can package these. So I'm going to start with my two bags and I'm going to place them in so that they are back to back like this. And I can take them and put them inside the 9x6 bag. This is a self-adhesive bag, so I'll peel away the bottom and fold it over to close it. So there are my bags. Then I'll take the bag that measures 3 by 5, and we are going to put in our rosettes. So I'll just put these in just like this. And add this smaller one. And then we'll add our larger one. Again, I'll peel away that adhesive. And we will fold over. Get that stuck. And now we have a nice pack of decorative rosettes to go with our bags. The last thing that I'm going to do is take my 5 by 7 baggie and all of my little pieces of shredded paper that I have curled. And we're just going to place it in the bag. Again, I'll peel away. And we'll seal our baggie. And guys, how many of these you choose to put in yours is completely up to you. You might even choose to use different bag sizes from the ones that I've chosen to use here. But I think this whole presentation is just going to be such a nice little combo. So now we need to put these together. So we will have the bags on the bottom, the shred in the middle, and the rosettes on the top. And so the way that I'm going to do this is I am going to take just a little bit of my tape to start, and I'm going to add tape to my rosette bag, and I'll take that rosette bag and I'm going to attach it to the shredded paper bag. And then I'll flip that bag over, and I'm just going to add some tape to it. And I'm making sure that the adhesive flap is at the bottom so that these bags can be opened from the bottom without damaging the nice little topper that you might have on there. So now I'm just going to take this one. We're going to attach it like that. Isn't that super, super pretty? But we're not done yet. So then I'm going to take this piece of scrap and I'm going to cut it down to 6 1/4 so that it will fit my 9 by 6 bag. Then let's see how wide this is. 5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and score it in half at 2 1/2. So then I'm going to take my tape runner and just add some tape, making sure that I get tape on the end. So now I'm going to take this piece and I am just going to try to get this nice and straight when I place it, and then I'll fold this piece over. And I am okay with how that looks. And now we have this nice little trio, y'all, that we can offer for sale. But I do want to go ahead and add a cute little handle. I'm going to bring in some more scrap. I'm going to cut a piece that is 2 inches wide. And let me see how long this is. This is 9 inches long. I'm going to trim this down to 1 1/2. I don't want it to be as wide as 2 inches. And then we're just going to score this at 1/2 inch and at 1 1/8. Now we can fold and burnish. I am going to add my glue. Fold that piece in, fold that piece over. Get a nice little initial stick going. And then I can take my big old spatula and just really work on getting that glue spread out and getting that nice little curl going to my handle. So now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to round the ends of my handle just a little bit. And y'all, I apologize if I have been out of frame a little bit throughout this video. I didn't even notice it until I really got closer to the end. So now we can take it and I'm just going to add it to the top like that. So I'm going to take my glue, add my glue, take this, and we're going to put it down like that. On the other one, I put the handle in the back. This time I'm putting the handle in the front. I'm going to use my big old spatula to make sure that I have this nice and stuck. So you can dress up your packaging as much or as little as you want. Right now I'm leaving this part plain because I haven't decided what I'm planning on doing with these. But I wanted to give you some real world ideas on ways that we can take our scraps and turn them into giftables or sellables. These, my lovelies, are definitely sell worthy. Now, how much you would sell these for is completely up to you. It's determined by the market that you're in and what profit you want to make on your handcrafted goods. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this awesome way that we can take our scraps. These are scraps with the exception of the bags. I use whole sheets to make the bags, but I use scraps to make everything else. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you have, please take a moment to hit the like button and let me know that you have enjoyed it. And it also lets YouTube know that you have enjoyed it as well. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, no better time than now to subscribe because I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.